The time is 11 o'clock on this late Wednesday night, September 12th, 2018. It is time now for the Meter Channel. 11 o'clock news on this late Wednesday night, September 12th, 2018. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It's 11 o'clock and it's 67 degrees in North Massachusetts. Top stories on the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news is Hurricane Florence could linger along coast, but much remains uncertain for those in its path. Georgia up to Maryland has declared states of emergency as East Coast residents along the shore prepare for Hurricane Florence. Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools cancels class in preparation of Florence, and Hurricane Florence's new path poses greater danger. U.S. asks China for a new round of talks led by Mention. Latest on Florence, more than 10 million under storm water warning. Philippines, 10 million people in the path of Manhattan. Kevin Allen says he did not realize Parkland victim's father was approaching him. Trump administration transferred $9.8 million from FEMA to ICE. Former Cuomo aide directed language inflammatory anti-Semitism fire. Miracle recovery for boy after meat school goes through head. Abuse scandal hits Stacey as a cardinal is set to meet with Pope. U.S. F-22 fighter jets intercept Russian bombers near Alaska. Can Russia and China trace each other? U.S. stands by Saudi Arabia despite criticism over the civilian casualties in Yemen. Brockton Auto and Body Shop employee tied up business rob. Tesla just lost its head of global finance. There's no way to divert the next financial crisis, warned former regulators from 2008 meltdown. Neil deGrasse tested on Elon Musk. Let the man be an individual. JP Morgan CEO regrets saying he could beat Trump, not planning to run for president. European Union lawmakers voted Wednesday to accept and changes to copyright laws that would have forced tech platforms to pay media companies more than the user consent. Driver paused by Chinese square, at least 9 killed. The United States has produced 11 million barrels of crude oil per month, becoming the world's top crude producer for the first time in more than 40 years. Planned Predator Zeklek struck Leanne when as new president. 7 NYPD police officers involved in the prostitution ring, police said. Edinburgh drugway defendant lawyers claimed he was land excess. Seagal pays tribute to the victims of 9/11. 4 arrested in the drug raid at Edinburgh home. Override, helping North Edinburgh raises off accreditation issue. Local readers eager to check out Fear Bob Woodward's new book on Trump administration. North Edinburgh students and faculty had to be briefly evacuated from Martin School during the rainstorm Wednesday as it was suspected a nearby lightning strike knocked the power and set off alarms. Edinburgh women pleads innocent to charges stemming from drug raid. Cracker Barrel Fair is set for coming in weekend in Rentham. Taunton in case of 2 stonebacks in Taunton at happy ending thanks to the generosity of a stranger. It was a woman in the category company stranger that once passed on such a nice gift. Court custody is over by named Division 4, court to you by Mass Basketball Coaches Association. Massachusetts, the 16th happiest state in the nation. Yay! Blue County playing to celebrate at UMass Dartmouth. Brockton Mayor Bill Carpenter fired parking officer in altercation apologizes as mayor planned to fire parking officer targeted the guy who used racial slur and fabricated claims of an knife during a downtown parking incident in March 2017. Fired by a family in Brockton school employee just as delayed. Pipe Dream Eastern wants $15 million sued to revitalize 5 corners. Brockton man gets 30 years of prison for random kidnapping and rape. Scientists sudden shows of space photos shows nightmare. Hurricane Florence swirling over the Atlantic. Astronauts are taking Hurricane Florence photos from ISS and they are truly chilling. Corporate sponsored and NASA agencies study making space for brands. Hurricane Florence looks super scary when seen from space. Cancer deaths are estimated at $9.6 million this year as population's age. Obesity tops 35% in the 7 U.S. states. Plan underway to keep ill orca as not alternative. Older folk enjoying more weed. Peter Childers on. 11:04 on this late Wednesday night. Time now for a Peter Channel Sports Report. Boston Red Sox, for the first time since 1946, reached the 100-win mark for the first time with a 1-0 win over the Toronto Blue Jays beyond stellar pitch by David Price. Okay, looking at some other Major League Baseball scores. Milwaukee Brewers 3, Chicago Cubs 1 at the top of the ninth. Arizona Diamondbacks 4, Colorado Rockies 3 in the bottom of the 7th. LA Dodgers 8. Cincinnati Reds 1, it was Houston 5, Detroit 4, Tampa Bay 3, Cleveland 1, Pittsburgh 4, St. Louis 3, Atlanta 2, San Francisco 1, San Diego 5, Seattle 4, Washington Nationals 5, Philadelphia 1, Oakland 10, Baltimore 0, Minnesota 3, New York 1, New York Mets 6, Miami 5, 0 on the top of the 6th. Bottom of the 9th, Kansas City Royals and then Chicago White Sox 2-2, bottom of the 9th, and the LA Angels 3, Texas Rangers 0 on the bottom of the 3rd. Naomi Osaka, Weevil West, Serena Williams, a total after US Open. Buns, Baker Mayfield honored to receive 5 praise from Drew Brees and Peter Chelnstein. 11:06 on this late Wednesday night. Time now for a Peter Channel traffic and transit check. Baby! Let's talk about in the MTA where Fitchburg train 4:30 9:30 p.m. Choose up part of what choose up in 45 minutes. Being asked due to early penalty section on the weather way. Worcester train 5:33 9:35 p.m. from substation up to 5-10 minutes basket between West Natick and Worcester. And the fares are looking good. Okay, look at the Northwest and byways of New England. In Rhode Island, looking good except on 138 westbound side, Lowell and Jamestown stretch, South Expressway and the Cape Highways, Route 3 to southbound side, Lowell southbound section of Plymouth, 120 at the northbound side, so between Needham and Route 9 and Wolseley, South Expressway, southbound south, so between Parktown and Dorchester, Mass Pike, both ends between Princeton and the South Boston. Mass Pike eastbound side, also around the Millbury stretch, Mass Pike westbound side, also Ludlow stretch, 91 southbound side, also Northampton, Massachusetts, 90 Route 2 eastbound side, also in Hartford, Connecticut, Route 7 in the southbound side, also in Denver stretch, 95 southbound side, so in the Milford stretch, Merritt Parkway westbound side, so in New Canaan stretch, 95 southbound side, also in Stamford, Connecticut. Spotted Turnback at southbound side, so in Dover, New Hampshire, 89 southbound side, also in Newbury, Connecticut, Newbury, New Hampshire. Main Turnback southbound side, also Port Maine, northbound Main Turnback, also for 202 in Gray, Maine. And 87 on the southbound side, also in Champaign, New York, and August 15 on the northbound side, so in South Quebec towards Montreal. Peter Childers time. 11:07 on this late Wednesday night, and it's time now for a weather report. And take a look at the view from outside. It turned out to be a cloudy start to your morning, but this afternoon it poured and lightning and thundered throughout the day in Norton and around the region as it was pouring rain that caused the cancellation of the Norton Lancers girls soccer and cross-country meets and the volleyball game. Norton Lancers blanked Medfield 3-0. Looking at the radar, satellite Newport shows rain showers then around the southeastern coastal Rhode Island and Newport County, and rain showers west of the Providence vicinity from southern Providence County and western Kent County stretching in for central and northeastern Connecticut, and rain showers in central western Mass and down around northwest Connecticut and eastern tip of New York from Albany, New York, all the way down to Yonkers, New York, and southern Vermont. And trying to see where we're going to be going, and these cells are going to head towards the east-northeast, so Pittsfield and Holyoke are next to these lines of rain showers and storms, and this is a line of the rain showers headed towards Brattleboro, Vermont. And it's looking good in northern New England and otherwise. All right. It's going to be on and off showers throughout the night, with some embedded heavy rain thunder around the Boston area by about 4 a.m. And then tomorrow will be hit or miss showers and thunderstorms and clouds throughout the region tomorrow. Right now, North Massachusetts, 64 degrees, that's temperature humidity 98%, 2.64 degrees, barometer 3.26 inches, setting winds east and it's calm. 11 p.m. advisory in Florence. It's dwindled a little bit, but 32.0 to 73.7 to the west, max the same with 110 miles an hour, movement northwest at 17 miles an hour, but it's still a dangerous, dangerous hurricane. Florence weakens a little bit more, but life-threatening and storm surge and rainfall still expected in. Storm surge went into effect for South Santee River, South Carolina, to North Carolina, and Auburn Valley, and part of Wisconsin, including the North and Pomaco Rivers. Storm surge was in effect for Inducer Beach, South Carolina, to South Santee River, South Carolina, and North Carolina to the North Carolina and Virginia border. Hurricane warning in effect for South Santee River, South Carolina to North Carolina. Auburn Valley and part of Wisconsin, and hurricane watch in effect for Inducer Beach, South Carolina, to South Santee River, South Carolina. Tropical warning in effect for North Carolina to the North Carolina and Virginia border. Tropical watch in effect for North Carolina, Virginia border to the Cape Charles Light, Virginia. Chesapeake Bay, south of the New Point Comfort. Into elsewhere in the southern eastern middle Atlantic states should monitor the progress of Florence. At 11 p.m., the center of hurricane force was looking in latitude 32.0 to the north, 73.7 to the west, and force is moving toward the northwest near 17 miles an hour. This general motion of the gradual decrease in forward speed is expected to continue by Thursday. At turn to the west northwest to the west with a slower forward speed is expected Thursday night and Friday, and a slow west southwest with the worst of this forecast Friday night and Saturday. And the forecast track the center of Florence will approach the coast of the North and South Carolina on Thursday, and the movement of the coast of southern North Carolina and eastern South Carolina, and the hurricane warning here on Thursday night and Friday. A slow movement over to eastern South Carolina is forecast Friday night and Saturday. At reports from Air Force Reserve Hurricane Hunter aircraft indicate the maximum sustained winds increase near more than 10 miles an hour gusts. Florida is now a Category 2 in a hurricane. The staff's reciprocating in wind scale. Little change to rainfall is expected before the center reaches the coast with a weekend expected after the center moves the island in. Hurricane force winds expected to 80 miles an hour from the center, and the tropical force winds expected to 195 miles an hour. Latest minimum center pressure reported by the hurricane aircraft is 957 miles, 28.26 inches. Storm surge. The combination of dangerous storm surge and the tide will cause normally dry areas from near the coast to be flooded by reservoirs moving inland from the shoreline, and the water has the potential to reach the fall height above the ground, and the peak surge occurs at the time of high tide. At Cape Fear, North Carolina, Cape Lookout, North Carolina, the New Say, Pamuco, and Bay Rivers, 9 to 13 feet. North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, the Cape Fear, North Carolina, 6 to 9 feet. The Cape Lookout, North Carolina, Occoquan County, North Carolina, 6 to 9 feet. South Santee River, South Carolina, to North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, 4 to 6 feet. And Occoquan, North Carolina, south of North Carolina, 4 to 6 feet. And south of North Carolina, the North Carolina, Virginia border, 2 to 4 feet. In Eastern Beach, South Carolina, the South Santee River, South Carolina, 2 to 4 feet. Davis water will occur on the immediate coast and in areas of onshore winds where the surge will be accompanied by large and destructive waves, and surge related for it depends on the relative time of the surge and the tidal cyclone, and can vary greatly over the short distances. For information in the area, please see products issued by local National Weather Service Forecast Office. And Florence is expected to produce heavy and excessive rainfall in the following areas. Coastal North Carolina, 23 inches, includes isolated 48 inches. This rainfall will include catastrophic flash flooding and significant river flooding in South Carolina, Western and North Carolina, and 5 to 10 inches, include isolated 20 inches. Elsewhere in the Appalachians and Middle Atlantic States, 3 to 6 inches, isolated 12 inches, and hurricane conditions are expected in the weeks of coastal and hurricane warning area late to Thursday and Friday. Winds are expected to first reach tropical storm strength on Thursday, making outside preparations difficult and dangerous, and preparation to protect life and property should be rushed to completion, and feared tornadoes are possible in eastern North Carolina on Friday. Swells generated by the Florence affected Bermuda portions of the U.S. East Coast and the Northwest and the Central Bahamas. These swells let cause life and recurring conditions. Please go to your local web office. And this is Florence out in the North Carolina Sea. So, hopefully everybody will listen to the warnings of the local officials and evacuate us immediately, because Hurricane Florence is closing in on the Carolina coast. Meanwhile, we got a dense fog for tonight, and Flashwood Watch continues for ports of northern Connecticut, Massachusetts, including following areas of northern Connecticut, Hartford, Townsend, Wyndham, in the Massachusetts, Bristol, Norfolk, and Plymouth, and Rhode Island, Bristol, Kent, now part of Providence, and Washington until 5 p.m. Thursday. Light and moderate rain with heavy thunderstorms will continue to move across the watcher, as some areas have already seen 2 to 3 inches of rainfall more possible. Therefore, the risk of localized flash flooding will continue into the overnight hours. A flash flood watch means that the conditions may develop that lead to flash flooding, and flash flooding is A very dangerous situation. You should monitor the latest forecast and be prepared to take action. It should flash for a warning to be issued. Okay, looking at the forecast goes like this. For tonight, showers and possibly thunderstorms, thunderstorms with heavy rain. Plus about 164 degrees, not off wind, chest pitch is 8%. New amounts between 10 and 9 possible amounts possible thunderstorms for Thursday, chest showers and thunderstorms main for 10 a.m. Plus for 11 miles, class about 74 degrees, north breeze about 35 miles an hour. Chest pitch is 30%, new amounts between 10 and 9 possible thunderstorms Thursday, mostly class about 61 degrees, common for Friday. Both sunny part clouds about 76 about 50 degrees and east with about 3 to 7 miles an hour shift to light east wind. Saturday, both sunny, mostly crisp about 79 about 57 degrees for Sunday. Sunny part clouds about 81 about 57 degrees. Monday, both sunny part clouds about 81 about 62 degrees. For Tuesday, church showers part sunny mostly clouds about 80 about 64 degrees. Church pitch 30%. And for Wednesday, church showers part clouds about 80 degrees. Church pitch 30%. That's me for the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news on this late Wednesday night, September 12th, 2018. Viewers, hope you have a good night with a good positive to the dossier. It's about more than the more report. Hope you have a good night.